Hello, I'm Chad Saley with Comp Health. I'm sitting down today with Dr. Sonya Sloan, an orthopedic surgeon and a longtime locum tenens physician. And today we're going to talk a little bit about kind of work-life balance. And Dr. Sloan, I know you have so many things going on in your life. Maybe let's just start with talking a little bit beyond being a locums physician. What else you're actively involved with on a day-to-day basis in your life?
Well, I guess that means first and foremost, Chad, would have to be the kids, right? Like I have a 15-year-old who's driving and has her driver's permit. I have a 13-year-old, and both of those girls are competitive dancers. And then I have a son that's 9 that currently is at church camp. So it's always busy. And then my husband, he's a senior pastor of the Loop Church here in Houston. We're in the north side of Houston. And it's a mega church. We have over 5,000, 6,000 members. We've been virtual, of course, and now we're moving back into the transition of hybrid church, live and virtual. So it's a busy life as far as the kids being definitely the first and foremost, the most important thing to take care of.
So then what else are you involved with as far as on the business side of things?
Okay, so you know about the book.
Yes.
I'm a Amazon best-selling author, and prior to COVID, I was doing book tours, and so I've done a lot of virtual shadowing. I have a session later on with another group, which helps because it's actually brought in a lot of different medical students and residents that are now needing to be mentored, and try to, again, rule number 34 in the book is pay it forward. So that is part of the business. Then I have Sloan STEM, which is Sloan STEM Plus Arts. It's our nonprofit. We're gearing up for our summer expo in July 24th, which is going to be virtual online STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, and we do plus arts. And then I have Me and We, Motivating and Empowering Women to Excel. It's a organization that has, had in the past larger events, and then during this whole COVID transition, I've really scaled it back to just women that are wanting to start their own business, their own nonprofit, wanting to write, needing almost some of the next level mentoring coaching, if you will. And so it's very, very intentional and a private kind of endeavor, but it's also a nonprofit. So yeah, those are the few little things. Yeah.
And how does locums come into play with that? Like, what is it about working locums that kind of gives you the time and flexibility to do all of these other things?
I have a life. I have a life. Like, I go and I'm doctor, and, I'm surgeon, and I do with what I was trained to do, and I enjoy that. And then there's a cutoff, and I'm not taking call, and I'm not always on edge for something to happen or whatever else, but I can come home and now focus on just the kids or just the other businesses. And so I have a life, and it was about life balance for me, work-life balance for me. So locums gives me the opportunity to build the life that I want.
So tell me a little bit about how's your family dynamic when your mom and you're home, and then how does that change when you are Dr. Sloan and you're away and you're on an assignment, away from home?
My kids don't know I'm a surgeon. They don't, they're like, I said, listen, mom is licensed to cut. And it's like, okay, that makes good. Can you cut my sandwich? It's that. It's you're basic, you're here, you're present, and you're present for their world, for their lifestyle. And everything I do, we have a fabulous home and nice pool and all these luxuries or whatever else, but everything we do is basically for our kids, right? So we love to travel. We try to give them other experiences. And so with locums, that allows me to make decent money and to, help out with the household, to be part of not just providing the money for it, but the experience as well. So I think that's crucial for anybody that wants to go into locums, understanding the lifestyle part of this, definitely.
How is it then? So when you're gone, how does that change, and how do you maybe stay connected with your kids and your husband while you're at work? And like, I guess I'm trying to get this feel for, do the kids love it so much when you're home and you're present and you're there that they don't mind kind of, well, we'll give up mom for, a week or so, because when she's here, wow, we're getting all this attention.
Different times. So I've been doing this for 14 years. So early on, I took the kids with me. You know, my first one, I had one child, and I hired a nanny in Kansas where I was, and she was wonderful. She took call when I took call, and so Sarah didn't have to be woken up or anything. Then there's two children, and so I had the apartment. You know, Comp Health would get the apartment for longer stints, and the kids still traveled with me. Then once they got to school age, it was more like, okay, they can't travel. So I cut down. I wouldn't do the 3 to 6 months, even, you know, some of the places I did a year. It was more of the, let me do a few weeks here or there, and then I would come home and then go back out, you know, that kind of stuff. But then I built the network. I always say, people, you can't have it all. It comes in different time seasons and with lots of help. You know, so that means you have to have a nanny, you have to have someone that's cooking, you have to have someone that's cleaning, you know. Just because I'm working, my husband's fabulous as far as supporting that and being there for the kids as well and being present, but I don't expect him to take over everything while I'm gone, you know. So trying to do enough to create that team that allows me to be gone and be mom. And then when I'm here, it's like, I'm just mom, you know, just mom.
So do the kids, like, do they know when you're on assignment? Like, are they calling you? Are they texting you?
You know, and again, technology is a crazy thing, right? So when I first started in 06, 07, we still had like flip phones. So, you know, and the kids were small. So there was I didn't have to worry about that. And as we've gotten progressively more and more and more, and now you can FaceTime. What? And now the kids have phones by age 10, you know, or iPads, and, you know, we're Apple family. So it was always, they could get to me, and I wanted them to know that my kids could always get to me. They could call me any time of day. So that was very important for me too. But definitely now it's like, and I even posted something on Instagram, I think one time, I said, I just finished a 4-hour case to put a leg back together, and, you know, took care of a family, saw 5 patients in the ER, and my daughter's blowing up my phone because she just wanted to know if I had ordered, you know, Uber Eats for 8 o'clock to be delivered. You know, didn't matter what I was doing in their world, that runs everything, right? So, yeah. But it's good to know, it's like, yes, mom has ordered food, it's on its way, you know, kind of thing. So you got to be able to multitask too.
So I've got 3 kids as well, and similar ages of yours. Do they ever take advantage of mom being gone, dad being here, vice versa, and playing that to their advantage?
Oh, you gotta believe, you know, that it's like, well, mom said, and he didn't talk to me, and then he just, you know, buys it, orders it, or whatever else. Dad is the super, before COVID, he was Mr. Amazon Prime, Mr. Uber Eats, DoorDash, like before it was ever really got popular. So they already knew that, you know. So when I'm gone, pretty much dinners out, food every day out, sometimes breakfast too. So yeah, it's a good thing, but it's a great building for their relationship too, because then they really depend on dad when I'm gone. So it's been a good building for their relationship.
Yeah, I bet. Maybe just to kind of close things up, when you look at kind of, you've been doing this for a long time, yeah. You look at your future, your kids are getting older. Like, how do you, what are you going to do in your career to ensure that you keep maintaining that good work-life balance and those good relationships with your kids, especially as they get older and all of a sudden start having, getting their own jobs and, you know, having their own lives, so to speak, but still trying to manage all of this while still being a physician? I
think that's part of the beauty of locums. You know, you create as you go. If you will. I definitely see Sarah as possibly attending college in Georgia, so I'm going to start looking at getting my Georgia license. So you just never know. I may need to be in Georgia at some point, you know. I think it definitely lends to the possibility of increasing my hours, you know, or increasing the time away again. I've sort of done both spans of the childhood. I've done this 14 years now for Comp Health. So that, as well as the possibility of you know, slowing down and just being able to travel to where they are or doing what they're doing. So there's lots of options, which is the beauty of locums.
Yeah, it certainly gives you a ton of flexibility, which is a huge benefit. Yeah. Well, Dr. Sloan, again, thank you. I really appreciate your time and talking with you again.
You too, Chad. Thank you so much.